Well, that was fucking dreadful.
Yeah, that wasn't great, was it? My God, Conor Benn defeats Chris Eubank Jr. via a unanimous decision, dominating the Brighton man, dropping him twice in round 12. He was on the verge of getting him out of there. I don't know how the hell Chris survived that. He showed incredible heart there, but that was utter domination. It wasn't even close. I didn't give Chris a round. And you just got to look at the punch stats from the last fight in comparison to this fight. Chris landed 299 less punches this time around. I'm not having anybody tell me that's normal. He is not the same fighter. He's completely washed up. I know he alluded to the fact that he was going through some stuff in the last couple of months. I know he's got twins on the way, which would be a bit of a distraction. I mean, I'd be off. I'd grow a mustache, move to Colombia and block everyone. But normally, that would give people motivation, you'd think. So when I heard about that, I thought, well, we're going to see an even better Chris Eubank Jr. And it looked like he'd done the weight better. Bolmack in his corner was brilliant. He was giving him the right advice, but he wasn't listening. And unfortunately, this is the story of Chris Eubank Jr.'s career. He doesn't listen. And I like Jr. I know he's Marmite. Most people hate him. A lot of people do like him as well. But my God, Chris, you're paying Bolmack all this money. Just listen to him. He is the trainer of Terence Crawford. He knows what he's doing. So yeah, it was just frustrating. I mean, I don't know where Chris goes from here. He's 36 now. He's had a lot of hard fights. And I do think that first fight took a lot out of him. But pull the trigger for fuck's sake. And he just didn't let his hands go. And again, he showed heart. He showed grit. He showed determination at times. But where was the dog in Chris? I didn't see it. And that is a sign that he is a washed-up fighter. And I don't think he should be fighting anymore because he's going to get seriously hurt. But yeah, full credit to Conor Benn. I thought he was unbelievable. It's the best he's looked. I got it totally wrong. I said Junior was going to win inside 6 rounds, so what the fuck do I know? But Conor was brilliant. I thought his jab was on point. I thought his head movement was brilliant. He got in and out of range a lot better than what he did the last time. The last time, he did let his hands go, but he was just so reckless. This time around, he looked composed. He looked confident. And it was man against boy in there. Conor Benn, ironically, the smaller man, the younger man, the less experienced man, but he looked like he'd been boxing his entire life, and Junior looked like a complete and utter novice. So it was sad to watch. And even Junior's ring walk. Who the fuck is this 50 Cent guy?
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
And I knew he was in trouble when he didn't come out of Dr. Dre. I know they played that before, but he should have came out of that. He should have walked to the ring with that, not with some stupid rap song. And even that was like, hold on a second here. Is this you telling us that you're done and that you no longer are the same guy? Because I didn't see the Chris Eubank Jr. we all know last night. I really didn't. So yeah, there we go. It was a shame. I'd like to see Junior retire now. I just think he's done. I just don't see him ever getting back to the same fighter again. And unfortunately, Father Time waits for no man. I think he's finished. His legs look gone. He can't pull the trigger anymore. And that's a great shame, but what an unbelievable ride it's been. And I know he's going to fight on, so I'm acting like he's retired when he's not. But if this is the end, thank you, Chris Eubank Jr. for the memories. It's been an absolute pleasure watching you. You've gave me a lot of excitement, a lot of entertainment. I was at George Groves against Chris Eubank Jr. It was unbelievable. And he is just box office. So that's why it was so sad for me just watching someone who's been brilliant for British boxing. In life, you don't get many personalities anymore. And we had an unbelievable personality in Chris Eubank Jr. And now he's washed up, and that is a shame. But what a ride it's been. As for Conor Benn, the world is his oyster, and fair play to him. That feeling waking up this morning must have been next level, knowing that you beat Chris Eubank Jr. You finally got a win over the Eubanks for your family, and what a performance as well. So I'd love to see him fight for a world title now. I think Lewis Crocker is a very easy fight for Matchroom to make, and it's a very easy fight for Conor to win. I think he'd smash Lewis Crocker, to be honest. He's the IBF champion. Mario Barrios is the WBC champion. You've also got Brian Norman Jr., who's the WBO champion. Stay well away from him because he looks at the #1 welterweight for me at the minute. But you also do have Good old Rolly Romero, who's the WBA champion. That's a very winnable fight as well. So 147 is so weak. It's the weakest it's ever been. So there's so many opportunities there for Conor. And as for Chris, if you are going to continue, move up to 168 now, because there is no point in crying and moaning and whinging about the weight if you stay at the weight. Nobody's putting a gun to your head, apart from maybe Bomac, and saying, come on, you've got to do 160, you've got to stay at 160. Fucking move up, Chris, if it's that bad. I don't believe it's as bad as what he made out, to be honest. I think the rehydration clause would have been tough. But there is a reason why he did move back down to middleweight after being at 168, because everyone said at the time, nobody talks about it, but everyone said how small Chris was at 168 back when he was fighting in the World Boxing Super Series. But now it is the time to move up, even though he still wouldn't be a big super middleweight. But I really don't know what to do with Chris Eubank Jr. now. I think it's a case of either retire or move up. But the problem is with him, you don't really get the feeling that he's that bothered about boxing, even when he was making really good money in the Benn fight. So for him to move back up to super middleweight and fight in a 10-rounder in a comeback fight for a few $100,000, is he really going to be motivated? I don't think so, but let's see. But yeah, one thing's for certain, I do not want to see Chris Eubank Jr. against Conor Benn again. We've done that, and I think we all know what's going to happen again if they would fight. But the fact that they were so sound after, and there was a lot of respect there, which was nice to see, makes me think that they're not ever going to fight again. I mean, maybe their sons in 20 years, but time will tell. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the fight anyway, guys. I mean, I thought it was a complete and utter pile of wank, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below anyway. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you all on the next one.